Okay, we're going to set this up so that the object teacher follows the student throughout the game. Now, in order to do this, what you're going to need is to use a step event. Now, what a step event does basically is it's like a loop that continually tests something and goes, and every couple of milliseconds it's going to test it again and respond, however the programming tells it to. In this case, we're going to be telling it to always be moving toward the student, which in this case is called object 2. So it's going to move towards object 2.x, which is the x coordinate for object 2, and object 2.y, which is the y coordinate for object 2, and we'll have the teacher move at a speed of 3. Okay? And we will give this a test and see how it works so far. Make sure the teacher is in the room, which she is, and here we go. Okay, so you can see the teacher keeps coming, trying to get the student. We have to make a consequence for when the teacher does actually catch the student. Right now, it's not a big deal, but the teacher, I believe, can go through objects right now, like the desk, as you see there. So we're going to just make sure that can't happen. So the next thing we're going to do for the teacher is set up a collision event. So if the teacher collides with the desk, at least temporarily, the teacher should stop. And what should then happen is it should block for the student a little bit, and we'll see how that works out. See, now each time the teacher is blocked, it's going to keep still trying to be able to follow the student, but it'll have to wait until the student's somewhere that it could follow it without the desk being an issue. So you can either keep that or decide that she should be able to jump over desks or what have you, but that's how that works. Okay, and you could change, obviously, the speed. Then we need a consequence. Let's say, at the very least, if the teacher, or let's say if the student collides with the teacher, then the student should maybe jump back to the starting position of the game, and maybe you would have the student lose a life, depending on how your scoring is set up. And here we'll just show that. And notice when the teacher does catch me, I go back to start. And of course we'll have to deal with that a little bit differently too, because we might have to have the teacher go back to start, or in some cases will be blocked. So maybe have the teacher, when they collide, also jump to start, which might or might not solve that problem, but we'll see. But these are the kinds of things that you have to, based on your game, tweak to make sure it works. So here we go. We both go back to start, and all is good. Okay? So that's how we make another object in the game follow you around the screen.